Hello friends, today I take up a new topic and the name of the topic is why did Indira Gandhi declare an internal emergency in 1975? My lesson plan includes why is it in the news, why Indira Gandhi slapped internal emergency in 1975, negative sides of emergency, positive sides of emergency, lifting of emergency in January 1975, provision of emergency in our constitution, and finally conclusion. Friends, I shall stick to this point to cover my topic. Now let us start the proceedings. Why is it in the news? Friends, as you know that the teaser of the film Emergency was released recently. Many lauded the actress Kangana Ranaut for her resemblance with the former Indian Prime Minister Indira Gandhi. Congress objected to this film and the portrayal of Indira Gandhi by Kangana Ranaut. According to Congress, she is an agent of BJP, and so this film is being made to ruin the image of Indira Gandhi. While BJP said that emergency was a black spot on the country's democracy and Indira Gandhi had major role to bring emergency. Why Indira Gandhi slapped emergency in 1975? Number one, friends, as you know that Indira Gandhi got landslide victory in 1971 general election. She trounced the old guards in Congress. Earlier in 1969, Congress was divided into two parts. One part was led by Congress organization and its stalwarts were Nijlingappa, Morarji Desai, S.K. Patil, Neelam Sanjeev Reddy and syndicate members, while other parts were controlled and led by Babu Jagjeevan Ram, L.N. Misra and Indira Gandhi. Most of the Congress members switched over to Prime Minister. Now in 1971 election, she got landslide victory, whereas the Congress organization led by Nijlingappa and syndicate was wiped out. Indira Gandhi gave the slogan of Garibi Hatao. Earlier, she had trounced Pakistan and thereby created a new country called Bangladesh. She also abolished privy purse due to erstwhile Maharaja and Princess. She also nationalized banks, and by these methods, she projected herself as the image of pro-poor in the country, and so she got landslide victory in 1971 general election. Tussle between judiciary and parliament in Goloknath case in 1967, Supreme Court declared that Constitution could not be amended by parliament if any amendment affected the provision of fundamental rights. In retaliation, Parliament passed 24th Amendment in 1971 and asserted that it has got the overriding power to amend any part of the Constitution. It further made obligatory upon President of India to sign over the Constitutional Amendment Bill. So, the power of President was reduced to minimum insofar as constitutional amendment bills are concerned. In 1973, Supreme Court innovated a new theory of basic structure, and it said that although Parliament has power to amend any part of the Constitution, but it cannot alter the basic structure of the Constitution. Again, in Navnirman movement in Gujarat, launched in 1974, forced Congress government at the center to dissolve a state assembly. The state was put under president rule. There were other factors also. Friends, as you know that in 1973, the then railway minister L.N. Misra was assassinated at Samastipur in Bihar. A student movement was launched in Bihar under the leadership of Jayaprakash Narayan. Nationwide railway strike was launched by George Fernandez, who happened also to be the president of Socialist Party. Allahabad High Court verdict on 12th June 1975 found Indira Gandhi guilty of the charge of misuse of government machineries, and so her election was set aside. Although she can continue as the Prime Minister of India pending the resolution of her appeal in Supreme Court. She was also debarred to contest election for next 6 years. Srimati Indira Gandhi challenged the verdict of High Court of Allahabad in Supreme Court, and Supreme Court allowed her to continue as Prime Minister of India till the resolution of her appeal in Supreme Court. The next day, on 25th June, Jayaprakash Narayan organized a large rally at Delhi, where he said that a police officer must reject the orders of the government if the order is immoral and unethical. This statement of JP was construed as a sign of incitement of rebellion in the country. By the 39th Amendment, government negated the judgment of Allahabad High Court invalidating the election of Indira Gandhi to Lok Sabha. Amendment placed restriction on judicial review or scrutiny of the post of Prime Minister and Speaker. Amendment was passed by Parliament and was ratified by more than half of the state legislatures. By 42nd Amendment, Indira Gandhi inserted the word secular, socialist and unity and integrity in the preamble of our Constitution. Similarly, by 42nd Amendment, Parliament reduced the power of President of India, and therefore Article 74 was amended, whereby President was bound to accept the advice of the Council of Ministers. On 25th June in evening, Indira Gandhi, the then Prime Minister of India, went to meet the President Fakhruddin Ahmad and apprised him of the current scenario going on in the country and advised him to proclaim internal emergency. The proposal was later ratified by Union Cabinet. Negative sides of emergency: large scale detention of people and leaders without any charge and without apprising their family members. Secondly, abuse and torture of political prisoners. Thirdly, forced sterilization, destruction of slum in and around Delhi and near Turkman Gate and Jama Masjid area, large scale enactment of new laws and amendment of the constitution. And friends, you know that government brought 42nd amendment and whereby hundreds of provisions of constitution were changed, and that's why 42nd amendment is called the mini constitution. Use of public and private media for government propaganda, postponement of election of parliament and state legislatures, crackdown on trade union activities. It banned strikes, phased out wage bonuses, large scale arrest of trade union leaders. RSS was banned. Positive side of the emergency. Friends, as you know that although emergency brought excesses, the liberty of people were crushed, but there were certain positive sides of emergency. Number one, trains started plying on the right time. Strict disciplines were maintained in the government offices. Srimati Gandhi started 20-point programs for poverty alleviation, for increase in agriculture and in industrial output, and for fighting illiteracy, poverty. Sanjay Gandhi added another 5-point programs like tree planting on large scale, family planning to promote literacy, eradication of casteism and abolition of dowry. Emergency brought prices of goods and services down, inflationary trend in the economy came down, prices of food grains declined, record food grains in 1975 because of the good monsoon throughout the country. However, the prices again started shooting up in 1976 onward, and wholesale price increased around 10%. Lifting of emergency on January 1977. Friends, as you know that Srimati Gandhi lifted emergency in January 1977, announced fresh general election in March 1977. Janata Party got landslide victory and it touched 298 seats in Lok Sabha, while Congress got only 154 seats. And all these seats were cornered by Congress in southern states. Indira Gandhi and Sanjay Gandhi were both defeated from Raebareli and Amethi respectively. Morarji Desai became non-Congress Prime Minister of India. Non-Congress government could not last for more than 2.5 years because of the internal bickerings. Charan Singh divided Janata Party and became Prime Minister of India, but he could not face Lok Sabha because of the sudden withdrawal of support by Congress Party. And so again general election was declared in 1980 and Srimati Gandhi bounced back again as the Prime Minister of India, and she continued for 4 years till her murder by her own bodyguard in 1984. Provisions of emergency in our constitution. Friends, as you know that when this provision was inserted into our constitution, most of our constituent assembly members objected to this draconian laws, but the architect of our constitution, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, insisted upon the provision of emergency to fight out abnormal situation. And he said that whenever the government will face war, external aggression or internal disturbance, the country will act as an unitary government instead as a federal government in abnormal situation. And so, according to the provision of emergency in our constitution, there are three types of emergency. Number one, emergency on account of war, external aggression or internal rebellion under Article 305(2) of our constitution. Earlier, there was no word of internal rebellion. It was internal disturbance. And Srimati Gandhi used this term of internal disturbance to promulgate internal emergency in our country in 1975. The Janata government substituted internal disturbance by armed rebellion. Failure of constitutional machinery in state and imposition of president rule under Article 356 of the Constitution and financial emergency on account of financial instability or credit of India under threat under Article 360. Friends, as you know that Article 352 has been invoked thrice after the enforcement of our Constitution 1950. In 1962, during the Indo-China War, Article 352 of national emergency was enforced in India. Again, during the Indo-Pakistan War in 1971, and a new country of Bangladesh was created. And again, in 1975, when national emergency was promulgated on the basis of internal disturbance. President rule in different states have been imposed more than 100 times, but no financial emergency has been imposed till now. During financial emergency, the central authority extends to giving advice to state governments, may issue orders for reduction of salaries and allowances, can reserve the bill passed by a state legislature for the consideration of President. Conclusion. Because of the shooting prices of essential commodities, droughts in large part of the country looming large, nationwide strike by railways under firebrand leader George Fernandez, inciting a speech of Jayaprakash Narayan to resort to disobedience of the government order by the police and military, the tussle between parliament and judiciary for the last 10 years, and finally unseating of Prime Minister Indira Gandhi from her Lok Sabha seat. All these factors were responsible for the promulgation of emergency in our country.